approaching the 50th anniversary of a storm that, if you were alive for it, you still remember. The blizzard of 1966 was paralyzing across central New York. At times, people who recall it say it felt like it might never stop snowing. Former TV5 anchor, the late Ron Curtis, recalls it in this video from long ago.
Nobody was prepared for the more than 3.5 feet that fell over a 37-hour period. And it was piled even deeper in Oswego.
Well, as you can see, they've had quite a bit of snow here in Oswego. As we said, about 102 inches.
8.5 feet. Think about that. 8.5 feet.
The blizzard dumped 42 inches of snow in Syracuse. Oswego was buried, 103 inches there. The wind gusts reached 100 miles per hour in parts of central New York. The snow and high winds lasted for 5 days, Thursday through Monday. CBS 5 meteorologist Molly Matat is with the Live Eye in Fulton right now to continue our coverage as we look back.
Yeah, you know what, Michael? The kids around central New York these days, if they get a snow day, they're excited. Think about a snow week, because especially places like here in Fulton and in Oswego, right by the lakeshore that saw over 100 inches of snow, it took over a week to dig out and for things to get back to normal. Now, a lot of people remember this as almost 3 storms, and a lot of stories reflect that. It started off as lake effect, starting today, January 27th, for places like Fulton and Oswego. Then we got to that widespread heavy nor'easter snow, and if that's not enough, even more lake effect behind it. Drifts were as high as 3-story buildings, sustained winds, like you said, of 60 miles an hour plus for full days at a time. Snow was heavy like concrete. Many people took complete strangers into their homes that were stranded and had lost their cars. We talked to Jim Fafaya, who is a local author and born and raised Fultonian. He remembers that storm very well because he had that week off from school. He wanted to see if anyone else had stories to tell, and it turns out a little outreach went a long way.
I wonder what else happened to people. I wonder what in their lives and their families. And so I just put a little press release in the local papers, and my gosh, those calls and emails started coming in. Like, everybody had a story. Oswego was the big total, 102 inches. Fulton was darn near close to that, if not the same amount. Camden, also close to that amount. Fairhaven, 75, 80 inches. Syracuse, 46.5, I think.
Just as a reference, the amount of snow that we've seen so far this season, 40 inches. So they saw more snow in 36 hours back in 1966 than we've seen so far. If you're having a little bit of winter nostalgia and you're holding out for one of those snowstorms, you can read those stories in Jim's book, Voices in the Storm. The stories from the blizzard of 1966. For now, reporting from Fulton, I'm meteorologist Molly Matat. Back to you.